Hello, today we are going to do a review on World of Tanks, and in it we are going to find out what this game represents. Who released it? Are there a lot of morons on the servers? How much money do you need to play comfortably? And what is the situation with updates? The link to the game will be in the description. Go to the official game website. And between us, for registering through this link, you will get a cool premium tank and premium account, crew, and a place in the hangar. These are good bonuses. Opponents will retreat to the hangar one after another thanks to this drum gun. Go and play. Well now, let's start the review. Wargaming is the company that created World of Tanks. This studio has offices all over the world and employs over 5,000 people. Wargaming is a multinational company with offices in Lithuania, Czech Republic, Poland, Sydney, Prague, Kiev, and even Chicago. However, two offices, one in St. Petersburg and the main one in Minsk, were closed due to the war between Russia and Ukraine. The servers themselves were divided into a free world and a reservation for Belarus and Russia. Let's look at the statistics for the last 3 years. It is noticeable that the graph has started to go in the negative direction, but it is relatively stable, fluctuating between values of 75 and 50. The increases in the graph are more likely due to updates, while the decreases are due to their absence and long pauses without events. Compared to Lesta's World of Tanks, we see a slight difference. The main peak was when the game split and players had to choose which server they wanted to keep their account on. Otherwise, the popularity statistics are relatively similar at the moment. But World of Tanks is more popular worldwide. Well, here is a neat map comparing regions. Why WOT specifically? Look at the number of collaborations and events that take place in the game. Warhammer 40k, Sabaton, The Big Ride, and that's just a small part. Thousands of players are eager to receive event rewards and participate in events. I also want to talk about the tournament component. The whole esports movement is taking place in World of Tanks. Tournaments, huge prize pools, all this awaits you if you dare to take the path of an esports athlete. Now let's take a closer look at the game. Wargaming has servers all over the world, so you should be able to find one that is convenient for you in terms of ping. Updates are released regularly, and the game is closely monitored, constantly releasing various small fixes, corrections, and events, which shows that the developers definitely care about their project. After all, if no one cared, there wouldn't be so many players here. Who needs a dead game? And how can it be dead when every day there are local tournaments of different formats, even official ones from the developer with real cash prizes? Stop playing for no reason. Start earning. When playing with different tanks, the dynamics of the game will vary greatly depending on the level of technology, ranging from fast shootouts with one-shot kills to prolonged battles with 40-second gun reloads. It is important to think about what you are doing and where you are best positioned. Let's talk about what you should play on. There are 5 types of vehicles in the game, namely HT or heavy tanks. They are designed to absorb damage and hit back very hard. The downside is that they are extremely slow and clumsy. Next come the MT or medium tanks, a versatile killing machine in the right hands. They have both good speed and a good gun, and in some cases even solid armor. A mixture of HT and LT. And yes, LT or light tank, small but very fast vehicles with good visibility and camouflage, thanks to which they are able to detect and illuminate the enemy for artillery. ARTI or SPGs, self-propelled artillery, can often kill enemy tanks right from the base, and tank destroyers usually have weak armor, but a sniper-like accurate weapon with good damage. To be fair, they are limited in their side view and often lack a turret. Each type of equipment uses different types of rounds, but I will highlight 3 main ones: armor piercing, AP composite rigid, and high explosive. The latter have the highest damage potential, but the worst armor penetration. So, to save you from thinking too much, all the characteristics are written right here. And remember, the numbers of projectiles is limited. You choose them yourself. By the way, the game features several interesting vehicle mechanics. For example, drum guns, or more recently, rocket boosters for vehicles were introduced to China. A rather futuristic thing added as an experiment for heavy tanks, but liked by the players. Nations. There are currently 11 nations in the game: USSR, Germany, USA, Great Britain, France, Japan, China, Poland, Sweden, Italy, and still the United Czechoslovakia. They all have their own peculiarities, which you can learn about in the beginner's guide in the top right corner. There is a lot of useful information there, but to cut a long story short, your gameplay will directly depend on the nation you choose. Interface. After completing the training, you will be shown the full interface of the game, and it can be confusing at first, However, after 10 minutes in the game, you will begin to understand what goes where and how. For example, the branch for upgrading vehicles is called Tech Tree, and by entering it, we can clearly see the nations and what branches of tanks we can study. There are a lot of tanks here, a total of 740 tanks that you can upgrade. The branches are constantly being added and updated, so you won't get bored. For example, a new branch of wheeled vehicles, the Agile MT medium tank, has been added for the British. You can already test them. Download the game from the link in the description. Level up and dominate with the new tanks until they are fixed. There are also a lot of different maps for fighting in the game, and the cool thing is that they change with the seasons. Some in the summer, some in the winter. It's also important to note that just like the technology, new maps are added with almost every update. Clan system. The same system as in all MMOs. Here, clans are divided into two types. The first are sports, but in human terms. Clans of hardcore players. They play seriously, participate in tournaments and battles in Stronghold. More about them later. It is not easy to join such clans, and you will have to pass a selection based on statistics and skills. And the second type of clan? Amateur, or fan clans, where players come together based on interests or from the same city or region, mostly for communication and to avoid getting bored playing alone. Often these clans come from other games, and so about Stronghold. I think you have noticed this label here in the menu. There is a clan mode available to everyone. Mechanically, it is similar to a browser strategy. You have a command center, 4 paths leading to it, and additional buildings. The clan leader can build all of this for free, and resources for upgrading buildings can only be obtained on the battlefields. The essence of the mode is to destroy the enemy's base and prevent them from doing the same to yours. There are raids, which are clan battles that even an ordinary clan member can participate in. There are 3 types of raids in the game. Medium 7 vs 7 from level 1 to level 6, Champion 10 vs 10 from level 1 to level 8, Absolute 15 vs 15 from level 1 to level 10. Economy. Let's talk about the currencies in the game. You have a total of 3 main currencies at your disposal. The first one is gold, a donation currency that will increase your comfort in the game. The second one is credits, an in-game resource that is earned in battles. It is used to purchase equipment, gear, ammunition, crew training, and more. But do you know what the most important economic life hack is? Of course, it's our link in the description. It not only gives you the premium T2 light tank, but also very useful resources in the form of premium, crew, and garage slots, which are worth a lot of gold, a great bonus to start the game. It is very easy to farm currency on premium vehicles as they have a built-in bonus. The third type of currency is experience. It is a resource that is earned in battles. It is divided into what is earned by a dedicated tank, a dedicated crew member, and free experience. With the help of gold, you can convert free experience to any tank you want. System requirements. The game is not very demanding and will not even run on a microwave. Moreover, you can always adjust the settings and achieve a stable high FPS without sacrificing image quality. On the screen, you could see the system requirements, and you will agree that for the year 2023, they are very low. So don't worry that your computer won't be able to handle it. Register, download, and try the game yourself using the link in the description. Game mechanics. By the way, the maximum zoom in the sniper scope is only 8x, but here in the settings, you can increase it to 16x and 25x. Look at the difference in zoom. It used to be enabled by default, but for some reason they decided to make it a separate setting over time. There are also some important things that are fundamental to tanking that will come in handy in the future. Let's start with angling. What is it and why? It's tanking to the side, like the example you have on your screen right now. To repeat this trick, and so that your opponent does not hear the joyful penetration, you need to position your hull slightly to the side, so that the angle of entry for the enemy projectile will be lower and it will be much harder to penetrate you. The main thing here is not to overdo the angle. The next thing you need to learn is turret tanking, especially on American heavy tanks that have extremely well-armored turrets. The essence of this type of tanking is that you hide your entire hull, leaving only the turret exposed. But it's not enough to just leave the turret open. You have to rotate the turret and raise it up and down to make it as difficult as possible to hit the few vulnerable spots, namely the hatches. Donation. I understand that you don't want to be stuck in the boring beginner levels where all your thoughts are focused on one thing, how to break into the battle at level 10. However, I will hasten to stop you, because on this path to the top, you will learn and improve. understand the game, and feel its gameplay, although you have the opportunity to reach high levels quickly, and that is through donations. In the game, you will be able to buy premium vehicles of every level you can find. But remember, having a cool tank doesn't mean you will dominate, because skill is the most important thing in the game. And don't laugh, intelligence is important too. And since we are talking about donations, it is safe to say that there will be a lot of them. Just like in any free-to-play game, you will be able to purchase a premium account, which you will need for fast leveling and silver farming. Premium vehicles with which you can also farm silver and at the same time level up your crew because it has a plus 50% leveling bonus. The thing is, there are so many of these vehicles that I don't even know which one to recommend. If you don't want to spend real money on the game yet, but still want to try out both a premium account and vehicles, there is a link to the official World of Tanks website in the description. If you sign up directly through it, it's completely free. Every new player gets a T2 light tank, 3 days of premium, a garage slot, and equipment. Alternatively, you can use the second link in the description, register through it, and enter the promo code you see on the screen. This will give you a level 5 Excelsior tank, 14 days of premium, 250,000 silver, and a Tiger 131, Lance and C, and IS-6 for 10 battles on loan. Results. So what did we take away from the review? The game is alive and well, and is constantly being updated and fixed. There's a lot of technology, mechanics, and quests, so you definitely won't get bored. From this review, you will also know how to start playing the game so that there are interesting benefits right from the start after completing the tutorial. But is the game worth your time? Personally, I think yes, but it's a matter of taste, because many people unreasonably hate World of Tanks, even though they've never tried it themselves. I don't like those people. But what can you do? Maybe they just didn't have the starting bonuses that we have in our description. Subscribe to the channel, click the like button, ring the bell, and check out the other World of Tanks videos in our playlist. Thanks for watching, and good luck!